Bam! There it is. Alright, I don't know if too many people remember this game or not. I'm sure it still makes the rounds of YouTube every once in a while. Oh, I meant to add a freaking... Oh. Hold on. Oh. Well. Ah, dang. Turning out so great. I mean, make sure my hair isn't too messed up here. It ain't. Alright. Alright, so this is getting over it with Bedit Foddy, and if I remember correctly, this game ain't too fun. Don't ask me why I'm playing it right now. I did like a little practice round because I know I'm gonna make videos or streams about this later on down the future. However, I want to do this right now. Oh my gosh, he's not wanting to stay up. Why is this so much more difficult than? Huh? What's happening? What's happening? Get over it. What's good? Let's do it. He's doing something different, and I thought I had this figured out. I don't have it figured out. What's happening? Hello, I'm stuck. Huh? This doesn't make. This is. Huh? Huh? I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Whether that was just me being dumb or I don't know. Either way. Okay, we're gonna try that again. Sorry. I have no idea what's going. What is happening? It's different. It doesn't feel the same as it did before, and I don't know why. That's gonna You did what now? This game is all about perseverance, and for some reason, it's not letting me persevere past this fucking tree. What is happening? Okay, mouse sensitivity. Is it this? Because I had it up higher, I think. What? Okay, sir. Sir. This was so much easier yesterday. What happened? Okay. No. No. It's going where I don't want it to go. And that's usually the idea. Does it know I'm streaming? And it decided to make this more of a pain. I swear, I got past this tree yesterday. Okay, hold on. Okay, no. Okay, no. You're messing up so badly, and I don't know why.
There's no feeling more intense than starting over. If you deleted your homework the day before it was due, as I have, or if you left your wallet at home and you have to go back after spending an hour in the commute. If you won some money at the casino and then put all your winnings on red but it came up black. If you got your best shirt dry cleaned before a wedding and then immediately dropped food on it.
Shut up.
If you won an argument with a friend and then later discovered that they just returned to their original view.
Shut up.
Starting over is harder than starting up.
If
you're not ready
quiet
for that,
yourself.
like if you've already had a bad day, then what you're about to go through might be too much. Feel free to go away and come back.
I was realizing that very well. No. I'm realizing that.
Alright, thanks for coming with me on this trip.
No.
I'll understand if you have to take a break.
No. We're not doing the voice today. Where is the volume for this? Where is it? Where is it again? Can I shut him up? Cool. Great. Thanks. So, like I was saying, this game is all about perseverance, and I have been going through some very troubling times recently throughout my life. This is way later for a stream than I wanted this to be, but that's okay. My regular DPI settings are fine. I don't know why this is being so difficult right now, but that's fine. I hope I don't get copyrighted for this music too. Bennett Foddy, you bet this better be freaking copyright free. Bennett Foddy, or I'm gonna be so mad. I already have enough BS right now with your game and copyrights on my other stuff because I wasn't smart. I think I also remember playing this a bit better because I took my time, and now I'm trying to rush through this to get at a decent point so I don't mess up again. I'm not looking at the camera at all. Hi. Is anyone watching? I don't know. Concurrent viewers? Who's that? I never met her. Oh no! I'm trying not to be loud because it's late and I have neighbors and my mom's also asleep. Like at the other end of the trailer. But yeah. That ain't working out too well. This is abysmal. I don't know how I got this bad overnight, but apparently I'm not playing it after playing it decently well for a day. Makes a difference because I forgot all the fundamentals I learned on trying to be good at this game. Holy cow. Why? Okay. Take her easy. Take her steady. So there's a lot of content that's going to be coming out. More than I have ever made before in my entire life. And that scares me. It really does. Coming back to YouTube and like the thought of putting an effort into anything genuinely is like scary. And it's not like I don't want to do it. Because I do. I tried to before and let myself fall flat on that several times. Like several. Not just not just a few, several. But that is fine, because just like this man and me on this mountain, we're gonna work it together and figure it out and get over it. Get over those hills. It's not necessarily that, like, because I care, right? I really want to do this. This is something that I enjoy doing. I enjoy the processes of it. I enjoy going through everything. I just, like, there's... I feel the same way, dude. I'm saying the same grunts as you are right now. Through this game and through life. There's just so many different things that go into making these kind of videos and stuff like that, and I overthink a lot. So when it comes to me doing stuff, again, it's not that I don't want to do it. I genuinely enjoy making these videos. Like the one I just posted on my new channel, it only took me like a month or so to make. Someone that I shared it with, my boss actually that I work with in a painting job, not just like one painting job, like he's, you know, hired me and I would go with him to different painting jobs. He genuinely said that he thought it took me 6 months to edit what I edited in a month. And I'm like, you thought it took me a half a year? It took me over a year to get it posted, yes. But I just recently edited that like past October through November. So I just gotta work through this little... Uh-oh. I don't remember how to get through this part. Now I do. There we go. My voice sounds so weird right now. I apologize if I... What is this little shimmy? Can I just... Let me... What the fuck's going on? I'm really getting a lot of stuff. What? No. I am being way more rushed. Probably because I'm live streaming. Even though there's nobody watching. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, this is a bad live stream coming back. I can't lie. See, I'm even being self-critical right now. I'm thinking about all the ways, all the long pauses. Like the fact that I don't have any viewers whatsoever. Which you're not going to after taking a long time of making anything and deciding on if you're actually going to do anything or not. I keep getting sidetracked, I apologize. Like I keep saying, it's not that I don't enjoy it, because I do. Right here, I wouldn't be here at midnight trying to make a stupid little live stream just to play a game that I haven't played in ages that I know is going to make me angry, to do something, just to do something. I was bored. I can't really sleep right now. I figured I'd do something to get something out of my brain. You know, I was supposed to record stuff today. That didn't happen. Had ideas for it. At least thought it out. It's fleshed out somewhat. I do need to make scripts, thumbnails, title ideas, stuff like that. It does need to be more fleshed out, so it probably wasn't even really ready to be filmed today anyways, which is fine. Sir, sir, before I hurt you, please. Don't you dare fling over that rock. I know what's at the end of that. Nope. No. Well, okay. Please, let me have it. Or don't. Why is it stuck? Help. Is there any... Okay. Oh, no. Did he just make a weird audio glitch when he fell? Oh my goodness. I didn't even... So, like I keep doing in this little mini conversation to myself, and at many points fairly recently here in my life, I keep setting myself back and setting myself up for failure. And it's not that I don't want to do that. My brain works in a very special, mysterious way. I haven't been diagnosed. I'm not a doctor. I'm pretty sure, though, that I have ADHD. Just like how I keep switching topics and everything, or trying to, like, redundantly repeat the same thing over and over again because I make a comment on the gameplay. Again, I'm not diagnosed, but like everyone around me swears, including myself, that I have ADHD and maybe a couple other miswirings in the brain as well. But when I don't see something directly in front of me, I don't do it. So when I'm not like actively trying to edit or make scripts or brainstorm ideas, I generally want to do this. You know, this is something that I have been wanting to do for forever. Like, well, back in my day, when Markiplier was first starting on his channel, you know, I wanted to be, because it's, you know, the content I consume, so, like, of course I like it, but I felt like I could genuinely do something with it. And I can. I've seen myself make videos. You know, I have videos up. I've seen myself do things. I know what I'm capable of. I just wish and pray to God that someday I realize that I'm actually capable of doing those things. Because it's hard to get myself to work on something when I feel like garbage for it. And not garbage for me doing it, just like that I don't know how to do it. And that's like the main part of it, is to learn. Just because I don't know how to do something doesn't mean I will suck at it right away. I might suck at it right away because I don't know how to do it. But just like with this new painting job that I've been in, right? I have been working with this boss for this company for like 8 months now, over half a year. I knew absolutely nothing about painting, right? I was scared to even touch the brush. I got frustrated when I tried to put tape on some trim for the very first time, because I couldn't get it straight, and that made me very angry and frustrated at myself. But my boss never gave up on me, and I've come a long way. I painted, it doesn't look like it, you can't tell in the dark. And it probably won't look like it in the majority of these videos with this face cam and this kind of lighting, because the color difference between brown and gray isn't really that bad. Isn't really that noticeable, especially the dark. However, oh, I'm stuck. Whoops, I didn't move at all. Hold on. Let me make some kind of progress. Yeah. God, this mountain's hard to climb. But I painted this room by myself. I probably should have used tape, knowing my clumsy ass, but I took my time. It took me like about a week and a half. Not total paint time. I don't like it when you do that. You need to stop, sir. You're hurting yourself. Please don't lunge yourself off the edge of the cliff. What are you doing? I'd much prefer if you just stuck to your guns and went gun-ho for the goal I'm trying to go for. If we could collaborate and work together, that'd be great, sir. That'd be just dandy, Mr. Mountain Hiker. Pauldron Man. Oh, well, I guess not. But, you know, I didn't start out that way. I didn't start out knowing... I mean, I still don't know how to paint. I'm learning how to paint. That's the thing of it, right? I'm still learning how. Like, I'm still probably at apprentice level, to be fair, to be honest. I might be critiquing myself a bit too much there. I don't really know. I'm not the best with self-criticism because I always am my own worst critic, which has its pros because I want to do my best. But when I overthink and be like, I'm awful at this, I can't do it, then that's when it becomes a problem. And that's really the problem in a lot of things in my life. Like, oh. Oh, I remember why this game was so rage bait. You see, even now, I'm going in my head, like, I know how to play this game, because I played it decently well besides where I just couldn't get to because I hadn't gotten past that level yet in the game before. I have been practicing all day yesterday to get somewhat decent at this game so I don't just totally suck, right? I've been paying attention to the movement of the handle, how to like pull yourself in, move yourself out, and here I am now, just a day later, stumbling around like an idiot because I'm frustrated, right? This is taking me off. This is really, really not working very well. My live stream didn't go well today, right? I was supposed to do that an hour or so ago. Couldn't figure out how. A lot of stuff was telling me that it couldn't connect or this, that, and the third. I wanted to record today, didn't get to that. Didn't really even write out a script either. But I'm still kind of just fleshing out the ideas. So, you know, I am just really self-critical about a lot of things. About myself, about life in general. About how mine goes. And like, I see all these things that everybody else does. And I'm talking out my ass. I have no set theme or anything. I'm just talking out my ass while playing this game. I got work in the morning. At least it's only, as far as I know, I shouldn't just assume. But I've been told it's just cleaning out the garage. So, unless I have a more tasking thing to do, being up this late shouldn't harm me. It's not great for my sleep, but I've been getting lots of good sleep in, so I felt like I kind of would be safe to do this tonight. Been meaning to do it for ever and a half, of course. Been meaning to do it for ever and a half. Everything that's been meant to be done with deadlines, with... what is time, right? What is time? Who hell cares? And that's the thing, like, I shouldn't be so hung up and be like, oh, I should have had this done last year. Oh, I should... It's kind of a paradox in itself, though, because, like, I want the urgency. I don't know. I don't even know how to structure what I'm saying right now. And that's going to add to my frustration, too, because here I am sitting, like, thinking I'm saying some profound thing about, oh, you shouldn't procrastinate, and I'm just bumbling random words at this point. I don't know. This live stream ain't all the bells and whistles, but it's just something to get my thoughts out, which this game isn't helping me do. Let's go back to something else. Hold on. Oh, this is how long have I been streaming for? How long again? How long? How long has it been going on? Oh dear God, not that long at all. I don't know. I'm gonna find something else here in a second, though. Give me just two Ooh, you know what? Power washing simulator. That might be a good game. Like, I do want to play Minecraft because it's enjoyable, but I don't want to play it too much. And I know I don't really play these games that much. That very often. And these are, like, more streaming games. But I don't think I can deal with getting over it right now. I'm over getting over it. Does it show up on here? I'm not 100% sure yet. Give me 2 shakes of a feather's tail. 2 shakes of a feather's tail. Just 2 shakes. Oh, it's not wanting to add it to the sources. Oh. Gimme. Oh, man. I don't know why. It's not like I don't have any energy. It's not like I'm tired. I literally just said earlier that I wasn't tired. But, for some reason, it definitely still feels like I am. Why? There it is. There it is. There's the power washing. There it is. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Aw. Let's... Alright. It's funny because actually, for my job back in the summer and everything, we did actually use power washing. So this is kind of cathartic in a way because like I know how power washing goes, and that was enjoyable for me. So doing this is also enjoyable. Probably could be like streaming Fortnite or something right now, but honestly, that is way too loud. Hold up. Hold up. Where's the... Oh, audio. There we go. Now I can hear myself. This is probably not the right nozzle for this. There we go. That still feels a bit loud. So sorry. Option, audio. Alright. So, like I was saying, we did actually use these power washers. I don't like how that sounds. I don't. I'm sorry. It's too loud. There we go. That's more quiet. We did actually power wash some fences, some decks here and there, using some chemicals to like make things easier to lift off and whatnot before we painted it. So I have a little bit of experience of using a power washer, and this is very fun to play sometimes. I played it here and there. Some of the stuff isn't coming out too easily, which I don't know why. That's fine. Did you hear that the mayor's cat Ulysses is missing? Oh no. Not the mayor's cat. Does lowering the volume lower the pressure? There's no way they do that to me. There's no way. There's no way. Alright, well. But yeah, we use these power washers. Not these specific kinds, obviously. This is a game, so it doesn't emulate real power washers like brand names and stuff like that. However, it was very relaxing to do. And there actually is like some kind of study, I think it's on this game alone, about how therapeutic and like cathartic it is for people to play this game and just power wash. It is very satisfying. It doesn't have like all the bells and whistles for like, a, you know, visual effects and everything, but I mean, like, as far as like the dirt spraying off, it's got the water particles, you know. Okay, what is this? Why does this not feel right? I don't know. Maybe it's the extension. I don't know. This just don't feel like it had the same oomph that it did a second ago. I don't know why. I do have like a 0 degrees nozzle, but it's so small. They're both so small. They only hit like little... I don't like that. I want the big sweeping motion like this. You kind of just gotta methodically kind of go back and forth. And like, for when we actually power wash, we kind of like open down. Open down? Up and down like this. Kind of go back and forth. And then like you'd switch it to rotate it to hit everything you missed on this way. And we use some soap and stuff like that beforehand, which this game does have soap. I just don't feel like switching it and getting soap right now. There were things that I wanted to talk about. I wanted to have more coherent sentences and more coherent topics. Not top. I don't even know what the. Yeah. What kind of words am I speaking? I wanted to have a more coherent like conversation with myself. I don't know, that I have been having, so I do apologize if this isn't... Oh, I know it's not going to be like... Definitely not going to be the best live stream you ever seen. Oh my gosh. Oh, don't even get me started on like all the ways this went wrong. But then there again, that's probably just me overthinking and being like, no, this is bad. I don't know how to do this because it's my first time doing it in forever. Can't do it. Terrible, awful, you should stop right now. That's exactly what my brain's telling me, which is why I'm trying so hard, despite all that, to push forward and continue on, knowing that this isn't, like, going to be the best, letting it not be the best. I think that's a big part of what I need to do, is kind of just let myself fail. Not, like, in attention to fail or anticipation of failure, just, like, to let myself do stuff, because I keep holding back on everything. Like, music, I really enjoy music. I've enjoyed music my whole entire life. I've been in choir for middle school and high school. I've done some stuff with music that is a bit more than just like, oh, you like to listen to it on the radio or hum a tune every now and then, you know? I have a guitar, I have a rolling keyboard, I have stuff because I wanted... I'm talking way too loud because I have headphones and I just realized that. I'm so sorry if I wake anyone up with this. I'm not being methodical at all at this point, I'm just talking. I have a rolling keyboard. Like, it's decent and it was for pretty much free 99. Like, my brother gave me the guitar, some people that my mom knew before gave us the keyboard. I didn't have to pay a single cent for it, and I could have been practicing for years. Like, I had that stuff all the way back in, like, I think I was 12, 13, 14. It was early. Like, this is just about over 10 years ago now. And that is insane to me, how much time has flown by. And how much I've let myself, like, just kind of not do things. And not be productive. And not let myself just exist. You know? It's like, I know the solution, but for whatever reason, it's hard for me to not necessarily like want to commit to making myself better. I've been doing so much better in like basically since I started this job with and I'm sure he doesn't mind me naming him, so I'll just go ahead and say Bob. Don't know if I should say the company yet, though, just for a little bit more privacy. Don't know 100%. Because he said I could. I talked to him about, like, a month or so ago. I talked to him about me doing this, and, like, you know, like, if you don't want me posting illicit, not mean illicit, but, you know, like, mature, sometimes adult only explicit content because like I do swear. I am going to try, especially since advertisers like it when you don't swear as much. You know, it's funny. I gotta make this little gripe really fast. Something that I've been seeing quite often on YouTube nowadays is how content creators are so like, especially myself being new and everything and having taking forever to post stuff on my channels. A lot of YouTubers are like just so scared nowadays to even like do anything that's controversial or say anything that's like bad for the advertisers when YouTube has some questioning advertisement itself. I don't mean to totally bash or like have any slander towards the company, but there have been times where there has been some things that I wouldn't expect to see on the platform for advertisement, especially given that it's somewhat strict on what content can be viewed freely and not age restricted and not like put down all the heck for put down all the hell. Excuse me, I can curse a little bit. I just remember hell wasn't like one of the bad words that YouTube considers. Um, it's just like one of those things where it's a bit not really holier than thou, but like it feels hypocritical. It feels very hypocritical to have creators like dance and skirt around mature content so that they don't get age restricted or like not really shadow banned. There's no such thing as really shadow banning, except for like maybe TikTok. I don't really know, but you know what I mean. Creators get revenue and stuff like that taken away from them when their content doesn't meet YouTube standards. But when their community guidelines kind of contradict what they advertise, it kind of leaves people a little bit high and dry and wondering what the actual expectations of monitoring content needs to be. Let me turn this off and kind of assess what I've done so far, which isn't diddly, but that's alright. Because, I mean, listen, I consume mature content, right? I consume explicit content. I am an adult male in my 20s. I watch that stuff, right? I look at that stuff every once in a while. Not to the point where I would expect it to see it on my YouTube feed, right? Like, I know I'm searching that stuff up, okay? Anyone who says they aren't, like, unless there's actual cases of advertising from YouTube where people are being shown mature content without ever having searched it up on their web browsers, then that would be a whole nother issue in itself alone. Which, who knows, there might be. I've been meaning to kind of, like, look into this and put my own gripes out on it. Especially if you can go in with like no user data at all and still see that kind of advertising. Which I think I've seen some posts about that of people witnessing that, like going incognito mode or clearing their cookies or whatever to clear all their data. Which might not 100% clear all the data either. Like there's got to still be something there left on your device. But still, that kind of stuff is concerning. When you see like disturbing or more softcore explicit stuff on YouTube when you're told that you can't even like really say the word damn too much or else you might receive less advertising and less viewers for it. The contradiction there just, I don't know, it just doesn't sit very well with me. And again, it's targeted advertising. You know, I'm a male in my 20s. YouTube knows that very well. Every other website I use knows that very well, because it doesn't take much to know that based off of the stuff I watch, based off of the stuff I search up. Like, my demographic is very clear, and I get that. There's targeted ads and preferences and stuff like that for a reason. I probably could change that in my preferences on what I see in advertising. I never really mess with settings too much on what I'm shown for advertisements, so maybe I should do that so I don't really, and it's not like I'm completely appalled or disgusted by it. Like, clearly I search up that content so YouTube knows it's probably safe for me to view it and that I would somewhat enjoy and maybe think about it and be like, yeah, that looks something up that's related to that. But I don't have, and like, again, I'm maybe in my 20s, so maybe it's just kind of making some assumptions about me as well. But I don't have a girlfriend. I don't need to buy a set of underwear for 20% off for my partner, you know? And that's the kind of advertisement I'm seeing, like just straight up like freaking bare bones. And it's not like totally skimpy either where you can see everything, but they just make it so obvious that it's like, hey, skin? You like that? I don't know. I don't even know why I went on this tangent, to be honest with you. I'm gonna switch to something else, because I'm gonna switch to the dinosaur. The dinosaur, he's pretty much clean. Anyway. But that's just one of my gripes that I've been, keep saying gripes. Is that even the right word? Vices? No, that's not it. It's been really grinding my gears. You know what I mean? It's been grinding my gears. Seeing stuff like that from platforms that are supposed to be advertisement and family friendly, and it just makes you go, then why in the hell can I not say certain words that aren't necessarily too explicit, but I can see this kind of advertisement on my feed? It's just one of those things where it's a little bit irritating, like what, for content creators, what does that mean where the line can be drawn for mature content before they start getting censored and before they start getting restricted on who can see and who is advertising those videos. But when YouTube seems to have a bit more leniency and free reign over that, I don't know. Oh, before I went off of that tangent, I was mostly just talking about my lack of landscape. Isn't there a ladder around here somewhere? Oh yeah, there is. Okay, cool. I'm gonna use it. What time is it? It's just now 1 o'clock? Okay. I thought it was way later than that, to be honest. Because it's only been like a half hour or so. Doodly-doo, getting on the ladder. But yeah, before I got on that huge tangent about hypocrites, I'm really not necessarily trying to call YouTube out and like put dirt on its name. If anything I say is not accurate, I would like to know. That's just what I've been experiencing, and like I've seen other people say stuff about it as well. Not really a huge issue, but it could be, especially if there's more to it than what I know, because I didn't do a whole lot of research on it. So pardon me if I'm wrong. Take my opinions and biases and what I think I know with a grain of salt, please, because I am not on the internet all the time. I am on the internet all the time, I just don't... That was a lie, man. Why did I lie to myself like that? I am on the... I just don't, like, pay... I watch stuff, you know, I just don't pay too much attention. And, like, fully follow through with everything. So, I guess that's what I meant. I don't really, like, follow up and, like... Unless I'm really invested in it. What was I saying before? Productivity, ADHD, all that fun stuff. Yeah, so... Like I was saying, I do enjoy making content. It's not a chore, necessarily. It's become way less of a chore, like, especially now that I've gotten back into it somewhat, and, like, going through the editing process and everything again. There's just one day where I just really got into the flow of it, like near the end of finishing the production for my new video on the other channel. Go check it out if you want. Very funny. I'm decently proud of it. Like, there's just one day I just got into the flow state of it, and it felt very easy to just continue doing it. And like, I don't know why I make it so difficult on myself to do the things that I want to do, because going through the list of mental problems that I have not fully diagnosed, like I tend to I made another point earlier where it's like, if I don't see it, if it's not physically in front of me, it doesn't exist, right? And you probably will hear this from just about not every ADHD person, but like a decent amount of ADHD people. If it's not there, it doesn't exist. That's not necessarily an excuse. It's just like, that's how it works in my brain. Like, if it's not present if it's not present in front of me in the current moment, I will forget. Like, unless it's something I'm interested in, like super urgent and important, and even then, sometimes super urgent and important things I forget as well, as I'm sure has been made clearly evident by anyone that knows me. If you know me, you've been watching this channel for a while now, of how little it posts, you should know very well by a person of how my brain works. Cause like, and it's very unfortunate too, cause I have all these interests, like I was saying earlier with the story of like my music and everything. I enjoy music, I enjoy playing games, I enjoy making content. So why don't I do the things that I enjoy doing? Your answer if anyone can answer that, that'd be the $1 million question. That'd be the $361 question right there. Of solve that, because it's, I don't know, it's like I lose passion for it and then I get it back, and I think the losing the passion part is because I get flustered. I don't let myself fail as often as I should. That's what I was saying earlier. I need to let myself fail. That's probably one of the things. And like, again, not in expectation of failure, not like overthinking and being like, oh, I'll never get this done, I won't ever do it, it's not ever gonna happen. But to kind of plan for the worst, hope for the best, and whatever else comes in between, not really worry myself too much about it and just go with it. Because I've had all these ideas for freaking October. This year alone, this past 2 months ago alone, I had like 30 plus video ideas, which I could still probably do some of them. I'm coming up with new ideas now for the holiday season, which, I mean, Halloween's a holiday, but at that point, unfortunately, everyone's already talking about Christmas. Like, it's not even Halloween and Thanksgiving. There's a little bit of Halloween, one day of Thanksgiving, and screw all else, it's Christmas after that. Right? And I just kind of let the time go. Not with the intent of not doing it. Like, I made the ideas, I started coming up with titles, and they all sounded like very funny skits, very funny video ideas that I would genuinely enjoy making and doing. It's just like, for whatever reason, I sit there and like, I'll scroll on my phone for hours for no reason, other than just to like kind of entertain myself, but also still telling myself, hey, you should get up and do something. Hey, what about that video we were gonna make? Hey, what about the whole Spooktober thing we were gonna do and have planned for all the games and everything? Nope, I'll just sit here and be lazy. And like, I have gotten better with that. If you can't tell, which might, I don't know how much it shows on the poor camera quality that I got going on here with my old webcam, not now. But I've lost weight. I have lost like 30, maybe 40 pounds. I'm probably like 180, 170 right now. I was like 220 before. I had a good plump of a face. My belly made some jelly, and I wasn't too very physically fit. I wasn't taking care of myself. I was constantly overeating, eating at night, not making sure that I fed myself properly, wasn't exercising. I will say that, like, part of my new job, since I'm not working at Dairy Queen or McAllister's or anywhere else before that I used to work at, it gave me like a different perspective. And like this Bob kind of built me from the ground back up, in a sense. Like, it definitely was not just him. I had to put the effort into myself and like do those things by myself. Like, all that, it was an internal struggle, because all that really came from me, so I can't like say that he did it directly himself. He definitely made the inspiration of like for me to get back into shape and everything, and I've been wanting to do that for a while too. I've been wanting to make sure that I'm physically fit, because I don't like feeling how I did back then. I didn't like that version of me. I didn't want necessarily to kill that version, because there's still stuff to learn from who that person was, from who I was at that point of my life, which wasn't too far long ago. But I didn't like it. It felt very not okay. You know what? No, it did felt very disappointing out of myself to see that like I wasn't making any progress, sitting there going, oh, I will do this thing, I have so many plans, I want to do it, I know I want to do it, and just like having the promise, like I promised you guys with my videos. Like, I would sit there and be like, oh, hey, I'm posting again. This time's for sure. I'm a full-time YouTuber, not full-time, because I still have other jobs and responsibilities. But like, this is gonna be a for sure thing. I'm gonna post regularly. You're gonna see more of me. And then I don't fulfill those promises ever, ever. I never seem to fulfill those promises. I'm like, I really want that to stop, right? Clearly, I wasn't happy with what I was doing. I wasn't happy with doing nothing. I wasn't happy how I was. But it was comfortable, in a sense. Not like comfortable as in I was fine with it, but I was familiar with it, because it happened to be quite a bit of time that I was stuck in that mode of being just, not doing hardly much of anything. And now, here I am months later, a good, decent place to work compared to where I used to be in life, let me tell you. I feel a good, better amount about myself than I used to ever feel before. And like, this stuff's gonna stick with me for the rest of my life, right? Whatever I end up getting actually diagnosed with or not, how I've wired myself in my brain, and like how my brain is kind of like, I wouldn't really say predestined to be wired, but preconditioned in a sense of just how my wires are crossed and everything. I'm going to carry this with me for the rest of my life. Like, I don't think there's ever really going to be a point where I'm not going to doubt myself, even just a little bit, which I do want to be hopeful and say, like, I will get to a point where I won't have these doubts within myself. And this might just be a thing, like, everybody kind of struggles with. And, like, for me, later down the line, it might just be from time to time instead of so damn often. But these problems aren't just going to go away. I know that. And I'm like, I don't necessarily know how to feel knowing that these problems aren't going to just go away. I don't think I would be the same person if I could make all the things that make me me now better. And like, it doesn't really sound right. I don't want to make them better. because I really am trying to focus on my self-image and be fine with who I am now, while still improving myself and uh, celebrating the little milestones that I make, which is exactly how I got to be fit again. I'm not the strongest. I am not a master of my own body yet, at all. I still have a lot of strength training and like a lot of conditioning and everything to do, but I put in a really good decent amount of effort, and just like in the past couple of months, like I started working out in July, August, I feel, I look, and I know that I'm just better, you know? Like am physically a lot more fit than I used to be. Like this is high school me, you know? I had this type of body type because like I was working on myself. I had a coach, you know? It was like a personal fitness kind of class. So like again, I had to do the work by myself, but I had someone there. I had a schedule. It was just way easier to keep myself in shape because of that. And now that I've made myself a routine again, and like I put in the effort and made it easy for me to do it, I work out all the time. I've been taking a little bit easy because I haven't been too kind on myself as far as taking rest and everything goes. But other than that, like I have been working out so just about like every other day, like every couple of days if I get sore pretty bad, so I don't tear up my muscles anymore than I need to. But I haven't worked out in quite a while, and it just I know I'm making progress. The thing I used to do is like look at how little progress I made, get frustrated, and just quit entirely. Now, it still is kind of there where I feel defeated if I don't see anything, like my YouTube video, and probably this live stream, and anything else that comes out for quite a bit of ways until I feel like I'm decent enough to not worry about views and everything again. And that's never really a thing that's like 100% in the back of my mind. You know, I'm definitely not doing this just for views alone, or else I wouldn't be getting so mad at myself for everything. Every single little detail that I mess up on. What was I saying just 2 seconds ago? Oh no. My brain did it again. I literally had it. Oh no. Oh, give me like 5 hours while I think about what I was just saying. See, this is the stuff I'm talking about. I need to be diagnosed. I need to figure out how my brain works. Like, I'm figuring it out, but if I had more professional, here's what's wrong with you, I might be able to figure stuff out more. Because I literally just lost what I was about to say. I know what it was about, but oh my god. Oh, my brain, when I get sidetracked. This is great. Great stream, everyone. See, and I need to stop that. I need to stop. I literally keep going back and forth with myself. That's what I'll do, too, is like, I'll make some kind of like sly little, I'm just joking, but deep down on the inside, I know that that was speaking from the truth. Like, great live stream. This is going great. I can't remember half the stuff I'm saying. I'm not looking at the camera enough. This lighting probably isn't the best. This webcam is old and probably looks awful. No one's watching this. I need to stop doing that in general, but I also need to stop passing it off as me just joking around when I know for a fact that's exactly how I talk to myself. Ugh, my brain. This needs to be studied. Someone help. How do I get rid? Not to get rid of my brain, but how do I get rid of the bad stuff in my brain? I think I was saying I don't really want to like 100% get rid of all the things that cause these issues. I just want to know how to navigate them. Because I think this, like, ADHD, learning disability, social problems, whatever I have necessarily, diagnosed or not, although I should get diagnosed so my statements are a bit more true and factual and informed, and I can get better help for myself. But whatever comes out of it, I don't like. I feel like it still makes me who I am. You know, I just have a sense of me that, like, if my brain wasn't how it was, I wouldn't be me. I don't want medication to, like, numb and, like, dull down the hyperactive, the, impulsive. I don't really act on impulse too much. But, like, I don't really want to dumb down, like, the times that I get hyper fixated and hyper focused and stuff like that, or just crazy random energy out of nowhere, because, like, that wouldn't really feel like me. Like, I know that's a part of who I am. As much as it's a pain in the ass, I know that's, like, a part of who I am. Like, all the different things that I do, all the little quirks and, like, random phrases I say to nobody but myself because it's funny and I just want to hear it out loud. And that stuff isn't necessarily too bad. Might be like a little bit socially awkward or inappropriate at certain times, but I don't want to get rid of that stuff, you know? And like, whatever... There can be debates all day about what makes the brain, what makes the person. Is there any separation really between the two? I just don't want to lose my originality. You know, I don't want to be like some kind of, oh, I'm a regular human now because I have these things to help me and like I'm just boring. I don't want to be boring. I don't want to be not myself. So it's hard for me to like really try and look for help. Especially when it comes to things like money and that, because like that stuff unfortunately does cost money and like requires you, not all the time, but might require you to have insurance and this, that, and the third, and it's just such a juggle of hoops to go through. It sounds like it's scary, it sounds like it's new. That's a good portion of why I don't want to do it, because I don't like breaking my schedule, I don't like breaking my routine too much. I can do it and I'm capable of changing things up. It's just very scary to do so, you know. I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that. Like, any new thing is hard to really try unless you really like new stuff. Then, you just may be a go-getter that likes different and new things. But, I, on the other hand, don't. So, when new challenges or things I don't know how to do are presented to me, and, like, I know I don't know how to do it, it seems intimidating, it seems very challenging, or any other excuse or reason I can think of, I back down. I chicken out, this, that, and the third. I don't do it. That's a good portion why of YouTube has been such a challenge for me to get back to, even though I really enjoy doing it. It's just such a big hurdle to get through, because there's so many talented creators. There are so many talented creators out there, right? There are probably also thousands and hundreds of those that just post for fun. Like, if I'm posting with intent to, like, make something out of this, which there are hundreds of thousands of people that are, there's probably hundreds of thousands also that aren't. Like, God knows how many channels and videos and hundreds of gigabytes, terabytes of data that's on YouTube right now that just isn't necessarily like, and I'm not professional in no way, shape, or form. I still have a long way to go before I can even say that. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't call myself professional for this. I keep falling off of that, so let's move to something else before I get frustrated, because I know that's gonna happen. I would do the floor. I would just do the floor for a hot minute. Why not? Excuse me. I feel like in no way, shape, or form that I'm professional, but I still want to try and do a good job. And like, I feel like already that separates me from at least probably a good couple hundred of channels Because I mean, you could be posting for fun and still like try to make it good, or like post for fun and end up making decent quality content. But I don't. Where did this tangent even come from? Where did this? Where did this tangent? I don't know. Man, look. See, even now I'm overthinking about my conversation topics that aren't planned. None of this is planned. This is a surprise stream. I need to stop thinking so hard, man. I think too much, because like, I want everything to go perfectly. I know it's not going to. Perfection is way overrated. I tell myself that all the time. I do. I try to keep myself grounded and like, hey, not everything has to go your way 100% of the time. This doesn't have to do this all the time. Expect like fluctuating different results. Perfection is boring. I can't help but sit here and be a perfectionist and like just nitpick every single little detail about what I'm doing wrong in my own head. And it's driving me nuts because like I know that I know better. I know that I know better than to let myself spiral and be like, no, I'm doing this wrong, I'm doing this wrong. I still let it happen. It still happens. And like, I'm human. I'm flawed. It's going to continue to happen probably for the rest of my life. I just need to something. I don't even know. I think I've already said it and I'm just like repeating myself now. You know what? One thing I've been meaning to try to circle to is I just recently saw my niece after probably 4 or 5 plus months, and it's not like I don't try to go see her. Her mother takes a good portion of like the visit time and everything. So, unfortunately, that leaves us, especially since, like, I mean, we're direct family, but we're, like, I'm just her uncle, and, like, I have my own life. I don't have all the time in the day, every single day, to try and make contact with the other side of the family who has more custody, and I don't know if they would even let me come to visit. You know, I hardly know the other side of the like I know the other side of the family on my niece's on like my niece's side, but it's a situation in its own. It's difficult to talk about sometimes because like I know I'm going to get heated for it. I know it's a let me just do a whole 180 here. I'm still gonna say what I was saying, but let me get off of that and get to what I actually want to say. She has been like she almost looks like an adult, and it's sad to me because like where did all the time go? Not like she's only 11. Not an adult. That's like an over-exaggeration. And probably maybe creepy to some people. I'm sorry. I just realized the implications of that. No. But she looks so much older. Like, she looks like she's almost in high school. She looks so mature now. And it's only been like 4, 5, 6, 7 months since I last saw her. I don't know when. It's been way too long, it feels like. And like, she was really not like too reserved, but like very quiet and like more reserved than Thanksgiving was when I saw her. She was like talking about college, about music, which is funny. It must run in the family because my mom used to do music as well, and I like music and did music, and now my niece is getting into music and violin and choir and everything like that, and she's like celebrating her accomplishments, and like seeing that out of her after the last time, knowing that like her confidence was kind of wavering, and just seeing her in that kind of darker spot and coming out of it so strongly, it it was very impressive to me on like how she was carrying herself, on how she was like talking about her aspirations, about what she wants to do in the future. And I'm about to cry right now, so I do apologize if I get emotional. But like I saw that in myself, because especially since like my video came out like less than a week. It's a week now, but that was like less than a week then. And I know I felt that sense of pride when that video came out because like I put in the effort for it. That same day, I felt so proud of myself, and like her saying that made me realize like goodness gracious. She has come from what I thought was a decent, not like a horrible place, but I knew she was struggling. Like I didn't really know what to say to a 11-year-old that was struggling that much. And like I was only on the outside looking in. I could be exaggerating, I could be remembering wrong, but I don't know. It's just something about the way that like seeing her have way more confidence in herself than the last time I saw her, and just feel so proud of herself for like getting 20 seconds off of a 200-meter swim and doing all the stuff she's doing in music now, and just talking about her goals for the future. It stirred something in me. I felt that. I really did. I felt that pride that I felt last Sunday, excuse me. Well, now it's the next week again, so two Sundays ago. And I don't know. I don't even really know how to describe what I was trying to say. Um, I had a better way of explaining that. I don't know. I kind of got emotional and just forgot all I was going to say. But just seeing her be like growing into a new person that is confident and like I don't know. I don't know. I'm really sorry. I'm drawing a lot of blanks because, like, again, I haven't done this in so long. I'm really glad that I'm trying, at least. There's no guarantee that I go anywhere with this. I would really like to. Not just because of the numbers, because of the money, etc. And there's no guarantee in this at all. I want to do it because I like creating. I want to get to a point where, like, I just do it because I enjoy it without worrying. I just need to teach my brain not to freaking stress too much. And a lot of other things that are going to take time. I just don't give myself time, I really don't. I don't give myself that time to learn and to grow. Once I see failure, I go, oh no, that's it. It's over. It's never over after that. There's always the next thing. There's always the next thing. As long as there's more daylight left, as long as I can wake up to another day, I can keep creating, right? I could probably keep doing this forever until I die. I would be just fine with that. Even if I don't see anything out of this, I've said this before, I'm not too interested in like trying to be the best YouTuber ever. I mean, that would be the goal, right? That would be the end goal, is to eventually get to a point where I know enough, I've done enough, I've learned enough to like be somewhere to be considered a decent top YouTuber. That would be like pretty gosh darn cool. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like it's not like I wouldn't ever want to see that kind of milestone or any other milestones that I will hit. in my life. I just like, it's not necessarily like the main, it's not, oops, excuse me, I kind of just did a gross thing just there touching my nose and whatnot. It's just like, that's not the reason why, you know? The views, the online popularity or infamy, it's for none of that. I don't do it for that. It was never going to be about that. Oh, where was I going with that tangent? Oh, only God knows now. Land sakes, I'm talking out of my tushy every time I open my mouth at this point. Oh, man. Life, that's a weird thing, isn't it? Life is weird. And how it brings you back to certain things. Yeah, I can only think about how more difficult this is going to be trying to make podcasts and shit like that. Oh my goodness, I gotta, like, I mean, I don't have to, but, like, I have planned for, like, talks about nostalgia and stuff like that when I actually get into more of these, longer streams and everything, but holy cow. Man, I know I'm doing it to myself again with the whole, I don't know, I don't know about this, but man, it's just such an intimidating plate to look at, because my eyes are way bigger than my stomach on this one. And it's not even like I feel incapable. It's just, I mean, that's part of it, of course. That is a big part of it. Because I don't feel capable. I'm trying my best to get to a point where I, like, stop saying all the things in my head that I say to myself. And, I'm just repeating. Let's move on. Let's talk about something else. I don't know. Christmas time's coming up. Christmas. Everybody likes that. How's the airplane food? Airline doing good? No crashes recently? Everyone making travels safely? How was Thanksgiving? You know what? I said something about Thanksgiving earlier. Let me touch up a little bit on that, because this is gonna piss me off if I don't. Later on, because I know it's funny. At least to me. Oftentimes, and this is like marketing tactics and whatnot, etc., blah blah blah, you know, whatever. Putting price tags and discounts on everything because it's profit, and putting it up early so people think about it early. But I genuinely think that, like, we kind of just skip past certain things, you know? A lot of it, it's not like we need to strictly focus on certain things. You can't tell anyone to do anything, right? That's just forcing them at that point. Ooh, excuse me. And no one likes to be forced to do anything. No one likes that. But I generally think that, like, we're living life way too quickly, you know? And this isn't for everyone. Let me structure this a bit more. Let me get my thinking cap on. Time seems to pass by very fast no matter what you do. Like, October and November, even, like, the fact that it's December 2nd now, it's just going way too fast at this point for me to, like, really try and keep up. But I swear, everybody tries to move on from, like, Halloween so fast and, like, just Christmas. Holy cow. Can we just slow down and, like, smell the Thanksgiving turkey for just a little bit longer? I'd at least like to look at it for half a second before we put it away and throw out the jack-o'-lanterns. Holy cow. Time is such a strange thing. And I know this very well, because I will literally be sitting somewhere probably on my phone, but regardless, I will be sitting in my room or like anywhere else. The next thing I know, a whole half hour has gone by. And like now, doesn't seem to be going that fast because I'm just talking, but probably because I'm also trying to savor it. I do want to make stuff that's like evergreen in a sense. Not like as a classic, but I want stuff that people will remember because I hate the idea of just being viral sensation, you know? Not that like anything I plan on making will probably ever be like an overnight sensation. And like I wouldn't hate it if it did. But I want stuff people remember. I want to make stuff that people remember, that they can like look back at or just simply recall from memory and laugh or cry or smile. I feel like life kind of just goes by too quickly to not try and savor the moments, which is something that I need to do a lot more of. I gotta make like a challenge for myself or something, because I've been meaning to for a while regarding time. It is such a sacred thing, and like every day it feels like it just goes by way too fast. I don't really like it myself. I guess the lead up to that was like about how Thanksgiving flew by and everything and this, that, and the third, but I'm now into the main bit of what I'm talking about. But one of my most favorite examples that always comes to mind when thinking about time and stuff like that, and how like the best way I've seen it be preserved, or like at least not preserved, but what's the right word I'm looking for? I don't know. Unis Honest did it best, in my opinion. Right? It was about time. How little there is of it, how you can't really ever get it back, and like once something is past, there's no going any more than that, right? It's time to move on. 2019 through 2020, I watched the whole entire series. There were probably a couple of videos I missed. I'll never get those back, right? I'll never be able to watch those again. There is the Internet Archives, but that's just cheating. Who does that? Who watches back in the Internet Archives? Naughty, naughty, going on Santa's naughty list. Don't go there. Watch everything else. Don't go on the Internet Archives. Don't do it. I can't lie. I've done it. I've sinned. I've looked back at the old files. I've looked through the archives. The forbidden archives. I did it. Lord, have I sinned? Oh. Oh no. I said I never would. I told myself I wouldn't, and then I did. Several times. But, I don't know, it definitely still doesn't feel the same as when it was originally out and supposed to be out only for that year. It definitely doesn't have the same feel. Like, going back and watching all the old videos, it's nice nostalgia of like, oh, that was so fun. That was such a fun channel and everything, but it's missing that element of actually being there. Like, you can just tell. It's so much more different to watch back on it on something that it's not supposed to, like, even be on. And knowing that you're not even supposed to really watch it. It's not supposed to exist. That kind of, like... I don't know. I want to leave feelings like that. Like how there was, like, 7 million people at the end of the live stream for Unisonis. Right? A channel that wasn't hardly getting any promotion besides by word of mouth alone. And then it all just went away and disappeared in the dust. Like it never even existed, except for the Internet Archives. Naughty, naughty, don't do it. But you know what I mean? Like, it didn't have that same special touch to it of being active, of like stuff actually happening, of discussions, of people sharing, of people engaging with it. It's nowhere near the same special spark that it had. And it definitely that definitely struck a chord with me, especially as I reflect on it now, because like holy cow, so much of my life has felt like it just kind of zipped by, and I don't want it to zip by anymore. I don't want it to just like blip and fade away into nothing. It a lot of the times, and I hate to say it, but a lot of the times, especially like within the past year of me not making any content or anything, it kind of just feels like that's just how it's been for me in my life. All these things that I want to do but don't do, or like don't commit to doing. Oops, I'm spraying with no spray. It just, it's not like empty completely, but it does feel rather, a lot is missing from my life because I let all these things go by. And like, I don't know, I know I'm to blame for that. Like, there's anything I say is just an excuse. Like, even if it's because of my ADHD or whatever, I have problems like trying to refocus and like keep myself on task and get myself back to things that I have long since forgotten to do. That's just an excuse. I still could have recorded. That didn't like totally prevent me from hitting the record button. It didn't prevent me from coming up with ideas, writing scripts and titles and thumbnails and this, that, and everything else. It didn't really stop me from doing that. I did. And like, it's just all these preconceived notions that I have about myself that I'm not capable of doing stuff like this. When clearly I am. I have software. I have things to record with. I have a sense of humor. I have like, maybe not everybody gets my sense of humor, and not everybody will enjoy my videos. It's going to be an audience, right? People are going to watch it, and there's people that aren't going to watch it because it's just not for them. But like, I will be so critical to myself about every little thing. Every single little thing that I do throughout my whole life. It's just like, I don't know how to play the guitar. Well, why don't you just learn it? But I don't know how. So I'm not going to do it. I don't know how to play the piano. I don't know how to make the best YouTube videos. I'm only making like somewhat good ones that I'm editing well. Maybe I'm not packaging right, or maybe there's not enough story, or maybe it's too boring, or you know, there's could be many different factors as to why past, present, and future videos don't work. But I will sit there and like nitpick every single little thing about it, and that's not healthy at all. I don't want time to waste away me scrolling on my phone because like I don't feel I can do anything. I don't want to live that kind of life anymore. I've been stuck in that mode for a very, very long time. Like, it just kept getting worse because like I would continuously just perpetually be on my phone and like not get up, not make myself do anything even fun. Like, I could have made myself just do something fun and casual to start off with to get back into things. Like a year ago when I posted something for October and nothing else after that, right? Nothing else was preventing me from hitting that record button but myself. And I just, for whatever reason, couldn't bring myself to do it. And so much time has gone by now. You know, sometimes I ask myself if it's even worth it at this point. Like, knowing that both of these channels have just been completely dead because I haven't done anything. Like, will I be able to, like, bring these back from the sunder of nothing that they've been? Like, will YouTube like pick that back up and be like, oh, there's life in this again. He's breathing. But that's what slows me down, is when I think too much. When I start thinking about all the ways that things can go wrong. It's hard for me to shut that off, but I have kind of been keeping track of like what makes me feel that way, which is taking on any challenge, really. It's just unfortunate, but that's just how it is right now, and I'm sure I will get better with it over time. But like, I just need to like take the time to find what makes me feel these ways, and like what makes me freeze. I guess I still got so much progress to work on myself with. I still have a lot of wiggle room, a lot of growth, a lot of self-development. And it's going to be hard. But, you know, I feel like I'm more ready for that than I have been in quite a long time. Like, I'm probably more ready than I have been in my lifetime. And like, maybe all these failures and all these setbacks and everything are what I needed to finally realize, hey, dummy, you can just start doing it. And it might not turn out, it might not. It might turn out, it might not. You never know. But if you just do it, go through the process of it, go through the flow of it, at least you'll have something. That's what I'm going to keep telling myself from this point forward, is at least I made something. Because I cannot just sit by and like let this continue how it's been, right? There's no growth in that whatsoever. For myself, for this channel, there is no growth in me continuing to do things how I've been doing it, which is waiting until I felt like I knew enough to do it. That isn't working out very well. It's working out awfully, and my voice is starting to get a little more tired. But as I'm wrapping up this surprise live stream here, it's so poorly planned. My days. I just had to do something. I couldn't bear it. This is part of me trying to go through that process today, is just putting something out there. I know I'm not like commentating the best. I know I probably don't seem like I have the most energy and like concurrent viewers. What's that? Big old donut hole? Oh boy. If anyone has been saying anything, I do apologize. I haven't been looking to see if anyone's joined. There's been like several comments and I haven't. Oh no, I would feel so bad. I was like, there's no one here. I'm right here! Hello! I've been here the whole time! That would be awful. You know what, before I continue, let me see. Is there anyone here? No. Okay. That's fine though. That's fine. I kind of figured. First live stream in a while. First anything in a while, especially on this channel. I don't even have anything new on this channel yet. I don't tend to polish off the old boots. Santa's commented down. Oh no. But yeah, that's kind of what this is today. Like, I was getting very frustrated on reconfiguring OBS and reconfiguring Stream Elements and everything. Like, there was a good whole half hour I was trying to get stuff to work, and it just wouldn't work. It wouldn't let me even stream. It was just telling me that I needed to, like, re-authenticate or something like that, and it wouldn't let me do it. Somehow I got it all put together and figured out. And that's how the rest of all of this is going to go. Well, I would hope not like somehow it got all put together and figured out. I would hope later down the line I would have more plans and more backup plans and better everything. Improvement, you know. But yeah, you know, that's like the point. I don't have anybody else to talk with. This Probably not even going to be a podcast episode, to be honest. Will I keep doing the podcast? What even... Yeah, some of you might even be asking what even is that podcast. It's called the In-Game Banter Podcast, which would be something similar to this. But it's not, because I didn't... I have something actually specific for that. I mean, this could go up as part of the podcast. I don't know. I don't know. That was something I planned on doing as well, because I like talking. I like games. And like gameplay is cool. I don't know, just something about the idea of making a podcast like specifically for casually playing games and just like having thoughtful, meaningful, or just fun conversations with people. And having that intent of like being a podcast. That just sounded like a fun idea. Can't wait to get back into that actually. I have some thoughts and ideas already for the first official episode after this. But this does become part of the podcast. It wasn't an official episode, but it is or isn't now. So who knows? Might be long enough. Not 100% sure. But either way, I am hoping that this kind of reassures if anyone sees this, if this goes anywhere, that I will continue to try. That's the one thing I do not let myself do. I don't even like let myself fall. I just don't move. I've been freezing and pausing for so long. I'm just done. You know, I'm done not doing things. I'm done being unproductive, adding nothing to society. But not that I have to, you know, you don't have to, like, no one should feel the need that they need to contribute specifically to society. I mean, like, contributing to anything kind of probably is, in its own right, contributing to society, because, like, society would mean people, and we're social creatures, and, like, contributing usually means giving to someone or something for the better good. So, that being said, that would probably, even if it's not directly for, like, the better good of everyone, with the intention of doing so, contributing would probably still be contributing to society. So, I don't know. But, a point being, I am really tired of just letting myself watch everyone else do things and watch me not do things. Is it now? 1:57. Okay, I'll give her a few more minutes to round this out to 2 o'clock. Which is later than I thought it would be, honestly, even though I looked at it earlier and it was 1:30. But just know that there's going to be a good amount of content coming from me. I know I've made that same promise several times. But I mean it this time. I'm really just so sick of every day just working, you know? I'm not saying like I feel unfulfilled entirely from just doing the job that I'm paid to do. But it doesn't feel good either to only do that and then to come home and like do nothing else, right? Because this is stuff I want to do. Don't have to. Might not see anything out of it, but you never know. You never know. I really do appreciate anyone who sticks around to see this, watches it back and sticks through the whole thing or even part of it. Because I know that this is like unplanned, probably poorly executed, and I actually am starting to get tired now. I hope Oh, I kind of just put two and two together. Oh, good thing I'm only doing the garage today. I might only get like 3 hours of sleep. Oh, oh, well, um, that's kind of awful to admit. I don't like that. Let me get this last couple of lines in here. This sounds really unhealthy, which it is, but I promise I'm not gonna do this too often where I'm up too late. God, I hope I haven't woken up my poor mother. I hope I haven't been talking too loudly. Don't ever stay up too late, everybody. I think it's time. Is it 2? Not that it has to be exact, but yeah. Don't ever stay up too late. Get adequate sleep. Don't do what I'm doing. Not totally harmful, but not healthy either. Thank you guys so much for watching this stream. For whoever anyone does. There's going to be more of these, more planned, more structured, more not all over the place, and hopefully not just before a work day either. But I had the time, wasn't really tired. Now I'm tired. I have been sleeping really good, like decently early, for a good stroke of a good several weeks now. Not several, but like a couple. So I don't know. I just wanted to do this. Was it the best idea for my sleep? No. But will this get me into the habit of creating and everything? Yes, and that's really what the main point of this was, is to kind of just do something, even if it's just this. Even if this gets absolutely no views whatsoever. But yeah, I meant to play music over this like the entire time. So when I go back and edit this, I'm going to put music over it. Not copyrighted music either. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate anyone who's watching any part of this stream, during or after. Doesn't matter. I appreciate you sticking around with me, letting me talk to you and entertain you a little bit, even though this might not be the most entertaining thing in the world. Oh dear. Made some good progress on this level of the game, so still got some odds and ends to do here. Just like a good portion left to do. But think of this as how it resembles me, right? Here I am. Right now, like all the way back here. No wait, no wait, no wait, no wait, no wait, no wait. Wrong way, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way. My bad. I started, doesn't really matter necessarily where I started, but look at all that I've done so far, right? There's still a bit of mud and dirt under the dinosaur stegosaurus thing. There's probably some odds and ends, some places I've already been at, like over there and whatnot. But look at how much ground I've made just by doing something, right? By playing this game. This game isn't important to my life or in any way, shape, or form. This has no merit of actual progression. Well, look, here I am at the cups in between two lines, right? One is unproductivity, the other is productivity. I chose to be here on this game today, and now this floor is a bit cleaner. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. What happens? So, now this is going to be a continuation. I hope to make this a habit. Not bad videos, but I hope to make this a habit and continue my journey throughout making content on YouTube and wherever else I post things. Mostly going to be on YouTube. I don't really see it being anywhere else. Maybe besides like posts about it on their social media platforms. But oh yeah, that's about it for me. I'm getting tired now. Hope you all have a good rest of your Monday. I certainly am going to try, now that it's 2 in the morning. Oh, I should have done this way earlier, but that's when the problems were happening. So this is super late, and I know that, and I knew that going into this. Oh yeah, Christmas is coming. Mariah Carey has thought out completely and is now playing throughout the malls across the nation, run worldwide. Christmas is coming. Santa's gonna be here soon. 22, 23 days. 23 days left. That was hard for some reason. Uh, have a good day. Don't power wash, because unless you're somewhere warm and temperate, freaking cold out there. And, yeah. I'm gonna do this ball for a quick second. I'll get this ball. Okay. I don't plan on staying this late ever again. Like, it's only been like 2 hours, but I don't plan on staying online this long for too many of these streams. I really don't. This wasn't intended to be this late. I just got so set back because my overlays and everything and the stream key, everything wasn't wanting to work, just like how it always does. But I pushed through. Here I am now at 2 in the morning. Yeah. Hope everything is a-okay, and you have a nice day and a lovely night, like I should have been, because I should have been asleep. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Everybody have a good night. And I will see you in the next one. Goodbye, everybody.